Hello everyone. Let me just turn down the music a bit. That'll be good. Hi. How you doing? I know this is not the normal intro screen, I guess. Considering I usually just jump right into a game. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to talk about stuff. First let me say hello in chat. So, hey Silent. Hey Waluigi Bros. Hey Kawaii, what's going on? So yeah, I did mention this a little bit in the testing stream last week. By the way, if I'm going back and forth between the camera and this screen over here, it's because right here is the chat, here is the camera, obviously. So I'll be going back and forth. So hello everyone. My main reason for doing this is, I mentioned a little bit last week that I'm stuck in a rut. And before I actually continue, this is not a, oh, woe is me stream. It's not that. This is not a feel bad for me stream. This is not a drama stream. This is not that. It's just mainly a venting stream. Because the reason I feel, first, before I talk about how I got stuck in this rut, I know for a fact that I am stuck in a rut because I felt this way before. Because back in 2021, was it 2021? 2020 graduated. Yes, it was 2021. I want to say it was April 2021, maybe May 2021. I got stuck in this rut again. And the reason for that is because I always have to have a goal that is manageable within like a certain amount of years. Because in high school, for example, your goal is to graduate. So that takes 4 years. In college, your goal is to graduate 4 years. But like once you get a job and then you have your apartment or house, whatever, and then you just get stabilized, what's your next goal? And in 2021, I never had that goal. So I just was living one day at a time. And that's where I feel like I am right now. Because, again, back in 2021, I finished college in 2020. My next goal was to go to graduate school. I did that, but I didn't like it, so I dropped out, and my next goal was to search for a job. I got said job. My next goal was to search for an apartment. I got said apartment. And, I mean, yeah, depending on college, it could be less years, it could be more years, all that stuff. But then, so I found a job that I wanted. I got my apartment that I wanted, did all that stuff. And then I was just doing that for 4 months, and I'm just like, what's next in life? I didn't have a goal in mind. And the irony of the situation is that I still have a goal right now, and I'm within reach of it. It's just, after this, what's next? Because I always have something that I need to look forward to. Also, hi Cisco, what's going on? The socio-normative way of thinking of what we're told to do from a very young age. Yeah, seriously, it's like you're told to go to high school, go to college, get a job, and then like maybe start a family. For me, family's not even on my mind right now. Like, it's not even on my mind. I'm not even in a relationship. I don't even have the income to support a family, honest to goodness. In today's economy, hell no. But like, ignoring money for a side, just ignoring that. Just talking about goals. I got my job, I had my apartment, I had a roof over my head, I had food on my plate, I was still playing video games, having fun. And I'm just like, what's next? And I just sat there for maybe 3 months trying to figure that out. And I'm just thinking, like, oh my gosh, like, what am I gonna do? And it wasn't, the fact that, here's another thing, it wasn't helping. The job that I originally had was starting to get burdensome. I started to dislike it. And so that just put me in the rut even further. It was no longer a rut. It wasn't even a gutter. It was a ditch. It just started to get lower and lower because I just did not like the job I had. And again, this is not a woe is me stream. It's not that. It's just me venting. And all that stuff. Trust me, you don't need all that. Yeah, I know for a fact I do not need all that to have a good life. So, anyway, back to the whole job situation. I left that job after 7 months because I started to dislike it. And then I got this new job that I have. In this new job, I still have goals. Because, for those of you who I've told, and you guys have probably also been keeping track as well, if you remember a couple streams, is that I'm still taking some online classes for, what is it? Why can't I think of the word? Certification that I'm going for. The certification requires me to have a certain amount of credits in college, and those credits, some of them have to be in biology and chemistry. I don't have all of them yet. I need one more class in biology, one more class in chemistry. And then after that, I can take the exam to get certified. And then I'm just thinking to myself, what's next after that? And that's what brings me to this little rut point right here, this ditch or rut that I'm stuck in. Because after that, what do I do? Because I'm the type of person who doesn't like going outside. I am an introvert, as I could be. I don't like going to parties. Like, yeah, speaking of introvert, you know how introverted I am? I wanted to go to the prom with my high school crush. And my high school crush, she sort of said yes. Like, she already planned on going, but she was going with her friends anyway. She was going with a group of friends. No one asked her out. It was just like, hey, you want to go to prom together as friends? They're like, yeah, let's go. And then I asked her out later afterwards, and she was already going to prom. But it was just a friend situation thing. And then I was there for maybe an hour at most. She was already off doing her own thing. It was clear that she didn't want to be with me. She just wanted to hang out with her friends. And I'm just like, okay, I get the message. You don't need to talk to me. I get it. Do your own thing. And then after an hour of being at prom, going through all the fees, paying for a suit, paying for the admission fee, driving there, spending just a ton of money in general to be there. After an hour, I left. I hated social interaction there. I just didn't want to be there. Hi, QT. How's it going? That's how much of an introvert I am. It's just, I dislike huge public spaces. I shouldn't say I dislike chatting. I don't like being the one to start a group conversation. I'm not the one to start one. I'm a good listener, and I can continue a conversation, but I can't start a conversation to save my life. Like, there's, oh my gosh, at work, oh my gosh, there are some coworkers who will start a conversation with me, and then they'll say, hey, JP, how's your weekend? And I'll say, good. And that's it. I won't reply to them and say, how was your weekend? My brain doesn't work like that. It's just, my brain hears a question, and then answers a question, and that's it. Like, I don't continue. I'm even bad at continuing a conversation. Like, I'm the type of guy who sticks with myself. And when it comes to being in a relationship, if I ever get in one, then I will be the problem, okay? It's not my future girlfriend or whoever that it's a problem. No. It's me. Because I don't get out that often. So what's this got to do with being in a rut? It's just because I'm back in the same cycle again as I was 4 years ago, back in 2021. That 4 years ago, Jesus Christ. By the way, this is before I even met any of you guys, before I started streaming. Like, this is when I was just watching, like, Twitch streams daily and YouTube videos. Like, I had a set group of Twitch streamers and YouTube content creators that I would watch daily, and that also contributes to the problem. I just watched the same thing over and over again. I did the same thing over and again. I even had the same food over and over again, because when I was at my previous job, I wasn't making that much money as I was now. So to save money, I kept having, like, really easy, cheap to make food, and mainly that the most, like, common one was spaghetti. And so I would meal prep spaghetti, like, every single week, and so that was just bad for my mental health. 2021, that was a bad year for my mental health, despite the pandemic, not including pandemic stuff. That was just a bad year for my mental health, and now I can feel it growing again, because like, here's the irony of all this. I would say my mental health and physical health is doing all right now. It's better than 2021 because I'm out running. I am not spending a lot of time online, as you guys probably found out. I haven't been, like, talking with friends. I haven't been, like, chatting at night. I've been going online to chat with friends maybe 1 or 2 nights a week instead of every single night. And part of that is because I'm running now, so I'm spending time exercising every single day. I'm spending time doing some at-home workouts, just, like, right in here. Where is it? Do I have it? Yeah. Even my coworkers, check this out. My coworkers knew I started running. I started running maybe like 6 weeks ago. And my coworkers knew that. So what they did was that they got me a little, it's like a workout book, but it's also a adventure D&D video game style book, and it's called, here, let me hold up, get it a bit closer, Hero's Journey 60-Day Fitness Quest. And what it is, it's like let me just open up to a random page. Hold on, hold on, there you go, here we go. So it's like a workout adventure set to the style of a video game or set to the style of a Dungeons and Dragons game. Because on day 27, like, your exercises are like 40 jabs, 40 side kicks, 40 knee strikes, 40 elbow strikes. And the theme, and like, you're doing these physical activities almost like you're doing a punching bag. And look at the title, or look at the top here. Hold on, get in focus. Day 27, the 7 assassins. Defeat all 7 assassins, 60-second rest between each fight. And what they have you do is, like, do 40 combos, and it's like jab, jab, cross. 40, what does that say? Side kicks, and so it gives you that right there. Then you have 20 back fists, 20 knee strikes, and then 20 elbow strikes, and you do all those as part of your exercise, and you do all that 7 times as your daily workout. So, like, it's literally like a Dungeons and Dragons or video game health adventure book. I love it. They were just like, JP, I know you're gonna love this. I'm like, yeah, they do. They knew. They absolutely knew. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. I'm gonna get off track a lot during the stream just because we're ranting, we're talking, we're just having fun. Um, but anyway, as I'm saying, my mental health and physical health, it's been really good. It's just I know my brain is just telling me like, yo, hey, you're back in this rut again because you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's get up for work at 4:30, spend a little time on the phone to catch up what I missed last night, and then 4:45 I'm out of bed. I'm doing my whole morning routine, getting dressed, making breakfast, eating breakfast and cleaning up, and then getting ready to go to work. 5:30 I leave, 6 o'clock I work, 3 o'clock I come back, I take a rest, I exercise for a little bit, and then I make dinner. And then by 6 o'clock, maybe 6:30ish, yeah, 6 to 6:30 I'm usually here. Maybe 7 on certain days, depending on what I'm making for dinner and depending on how long I exercise. But it's usually between 6:30 and 7 that I'm usually here. And there were just some days where I just didn't feel like chatting. And that's when it clicked in my brain where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this over and over again and I'm stuck in this rut. Doing the same thing over and over again. And again, I'm not complaining about the life I've had. I'm just like complaining that I'm not setting a goal for myself because I want to set a goal. I already have one for work, and that is to get certified. And I technically have one for my physical health. Like, I'm just like doing these exercises every single day. I don't have a goal weight. I don't have a plan to build muscle. It's just to keep the same weight. And my problem with that is that if it's a continuous goal for like, and I don't have a deadline for that goal, my brain doesn't like that, to put it simply. Hey, Online Devil, what's going on? And also, hi, Bella. I'm not sure if I said hello to you, but hello. We're just talking and ranting. But if I don't have that goal, it needs to be timed. That's the thing. Like, I can have a goal, but if it's not timed, like if I don't have it, say, like for a year, 2 years, 3 years, then my brain just like doesn't like it. Because I'm one of those people that actually likes having a little bit of stress. And it sounds weird, but to me, having just a little bit of stress just comforts me because I've been there before. I've been in stressful situations, and every single time that I've been in a stressful situation, I've worked my way out of that. I'm still here. I'm still like going to work. I'm like, it's all been resolved. And so I know the fact that I've done it before, then I can do it again. And that repetitive motion of me being just a little bit stressed is also comforting. And that's like a double-edged sword. If I'm repeating the same task over and over again and it's a little bit stressful, I like that. But also I'm repeating the same task over and over again, so I'm stuck in a rut. And my brain just can't make heads or tails of this right now. And if it sounds weird to you guys and you're not following along, don't worry. It's fine. It's one of those things that makes my brain tick. And I like that. I just like having these goals set in mind. And I need to have them with a set deadline. And if I don't, then my brain does not like that. So if my goal was to, let's just say, get in a relationship, okay, but what time should I get into a relationship by? Should I do it by the end of the year? Like, am I being pressured to do it by the end of the year? No, I'm not. And so my brain is just like, okay, so you have no deadline then. And same thing with, like, let's just say getting a house was a goal. Again, there's no deadline for it. My brain, it can't hardwire saying, oh, get a house in 2 years from now. Like, no. My brain just can't hardwire that. So I'm just stuck here. And honestly, I just don't know what to do. Yo! Oh my gosh, Wolf of Hearts. Yo. Thank you for... Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. So, first of all, hi, Wolf of Hearts. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just ranting right now. I'm just talking about life and stuff. Just going on a rant. just talking about how I need to have like little head, like learn what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to have certain goals in my life. That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, Wolf of Hearts, they are on Twitter. They're also on Blue Sky. And yes, as they mentioned, they post a lot of Sylvain's content. If you follow my Twitter or Blue Sky, I have retweeted their stuff several times. So go follow them on Twitter and Blue Sky. They are amazing. I love their stuff. Thank you for tuning in, Wolf of Hearts. I greatly appreciate it. And yes, and by the way, when I get the plushes, you damn right, there's gonna be a lot of photos of them. I posted photos of the Silver and Blaze Funko Pops earlier, on my Twitter and Blue Sky. But when I get the plushes, oh my gosh, that's gonna be fun as hell. Yes, good, exactly. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so back to where I was. I just need to have like these certain goals with a set deadline in order to make my brain tick. And right now, I just don't have any. Because I know when I'm gonna like finish my community college classes. I just have 2 more to go, and then I'm gonna get certified. And then my brain is like, okay, great. What's after you get certified? Because I don't have anything. Like, that deadline is coming up. I think that's the problem, maybe. Like, I have that deadline coming up, and my brain is like, okay, you're gonna get certified at this time, but what are you gonna do after that? And because I don't have another goal following that, I think that's what's causing me to be a little bit stressed and maybe a little bit stuck in the rut, because having that goal is nice for me. And right now, that goal, my last class is going to be May 2026. And then I'm going to probably be certified, hopefully, by the end of 2026. I'm going to be I'll study for like half a year. It's a big exam. It's no easy feat. This is not like a college final. The exam to get certified as a medical technologist, it gets harder as you go along. It's an online exam, and like the more you get right, the harder it gets. It's so weird. At least this is what I heard from coworkers. And the practice exams that I've been seeing, they're like, yeah, the more you get correct, the harder it gets. And it won't stop until you either fail or you get a set amount of questions correct in each category. So I'm not sure what the passing grade is, but if the passing grade, let's just say, for example, was 70% correct in each category, those categories being chemistry, hematology, coagulation, blood banking, microbiology, all that stuff. If you get 70% correct in all of them, it may just say, you're done, congratulations. And then if you don't, if you miss it by a couple questions, it'll just say you failed. And so like, I'm not sure if there's a time limit. I'm not sure like how it's gonna be. And also, like, if it gets harder the more you go into the exam, then does that mean I can't go back and review my answers? Or is it like grouped up? Because the only way, if I know I got the answers correct or incorrect, was to see if it got harder. But if it got harder, it means I got them correct, but like that means I can't go back and change my answer. Like, or if I got them incorrect or whatnot. Also, hi Rose, how you doing? That's just, I'll tackle that when I get there. But right now, it's just complete these classes. I have one more coming up in like just a month. Yeah, so like at the end of August, I start my next class. And then in January of next year, that's when I start my final class. I'll have my credits. I'll get certified, maybe hopefully by the end of 2026. And then what do I do after that? And that's the problem I have right now. I don't have a goal for what I do after that. And I think that's why my brain does not like it. And that's why I'm a bit stressed right now. And that's why I'm a bit stuck in the rut. And I'm also speaking of these classes, these classes aren't gonna really allow me to have much free time, because back in spring semester, I had to do classes immediately when I got home, and then I took a break to make dinner, and then I continued for another like hour or so, because it's like an hour, maybe 90 minutes of lecturing yourself or like watching videos, going through the lecture, and then maybe another hour of doing work. So maybe 2 to 3 hours of the day, it's schoolwork, and doing that on top of a full-time job that I have now, it's difficult. Had I majored in chemistry or biology, this wouldn't be a problem. Sounds like I need a break. Well, I'm having a break right now. I'm having summer break right now. It's just, I don't need a break. It's just, I need to clear my head somehow. I need to find, I guess, a purpose, and I'm slowly starting to lose that, because once I get certified, what's next? I don't have a purpose after that, and that could be part of the problem. What am I gonna do after I get certified? Because I have no idea. Honest to goodness, I have no idea. I like having goals. I like having things to look forward to. But right now, I don't have that. Isn't the medical thing the purpose? It is, yeah. But like, once I finish that, then what's after that? Like, I really can't go any higher. Like, people say like, oh, become a supervisor or become a manager. I could. I'm just not interested in any of that right now. I actually don't like the manager position, because it means, one, you're a salary position, so you don't get extra money for doing extra work. And you're going to have to deal with a bunch of other stuff. So, like, I respect my manager for all that she's doing, because she has to deal with all of us, all the annoying stuff. Like, especially me. I emailed her 3 times over this weekend. This weekend, she was already having a difficult weekend. I'm not going to go into it, but she was already having a difficult weekend as it was. And then I emailed her 3 times about stuff I noticed that was not done or done incorrectly in the lab. I'm just like, yo, this was a mistake. This is a mistake. This is a mistake. I need to notify my manager, because it's not something that I can't just fix it. Well, I can fix it, obviously. The stuff and the mistakes that happen in a lab, we are responsible for fixing it, because obviously we have a job to do. It's the medical field. We have to make sure our patients are cared for. But also, I can't just push it underneath the rug. I can't just sweep it underneath the rug. I can't push it aside. I have to say, like, all right, I have to notify her of this. And my goodness, I guarantee she was not happy about receiving those emails. Honestly, Rose, I have, like, I know you're saying that I have a lot to deal with in real life. Honestly, this is just, I'm your average Joe. I'm your average person. I honestly do not have a lot to deal with, because I don't have to deal with, I'm not in a relationship right now. I don't have a house. I don't have a family. So, like, there are people who are in the same situation that I am in, but they have a partner that they are with. They may have a kid. They may be in a little bit more debt, for example. Like, they have it worse than I do. And that's why I'm grateful for what I have. And that's why I have, just repeating this from what I said earlier, this is not a, oh, woe is me stream. No, it's not that. It's just me trying to collect my thoughts. So I appreciate it, but it's just like, I'm just trying to collect my thoughts and figure out what to do, because I am in, like, just not piecing a lot of things together right now. And part of that is because I don't know what I'm going to do after this is done. Because when I started this job back in 2021, at the end of 2021, I started here. Like, I knew what my goal was. And my goal was to work my way up. I was a lab assistant, then a lab scientist, then a medical technologist apprentice. So an apprentice, like a student intern, if you want to say it like that. Kind of the same thing. And then I became a medical technologist. And while I am allowed to work at this hospital network, which has like 15 different hospital campuses within the network, I'm not exactly allowed to work outside of it. I can apply to another hospital or place outside of this network, and they'll go through the process like, oh, you have experience, very nice. But the first thing they're going to ask is that, are you certified? No, I'm not certified because I need the college credits so I can take the exam and then I get certified. And that's what I'm working towards right now. But after that, what's next? And my brain is just like, what are you doing after that? What are you going to do after you get certified? I don't know. And so while it may seem stupid because that goal will be realized in about a year and a half from now, it's just that I need to have that goal set so I know what my purpose is in life. Doctor. Yeah, I ain't gonna be a doctor. Also, hi, Logan. How you doing? And also, hi, Online Devil. My apologies for not saying hi to you. And also, hi, Lucky Dots. So, apologies for everyone who has tuned in and I've not said hi to. Because I'm just ranting. Why not? Dude, I have to go back to an actual medical school for another 6 years or so. That ship has sailed. And speaking of, like, the whole reason I got into this was because they made an exception for me. You needed to have a bachelor's in biology or chemistry in order to go into this apprenticeship that I went through. I didn't have that. I had a physics degree. The reason they made the exception for me was because they knew I had some lab experience in some chemistry classes I took. They also knew that physics is related to chemistry, and they also saw how good I was knowing stuff already around the lab. When they showed me around the lab, I'm like, oh yeah, I know this, and I explained like the procedure on how to do stuff, and they're like, oh, you already know some of this, that's fantastic. And so I was the exception to that, and now it's coming back to bite me. 6 years is plenty of time for you to figure out. Bro, going to medical school while having a full-time job, nah. There's one of my coworkers, she had her associate's degree. She then went back to online classes for another 2 years to get her bachelor's. And she now has a bachelor's. Like, she just got a bachelor's at the end of this spring semester. So spring 2025, she got a bachelor's. So happy for her. I don't know if it helps. Way to go about life is have a job that pays the bills. I do have that. Use all time outside of work to be creative and make whatever is in front of my mind, but I understand that's not for everyone. You have any creative hobbies? I think that's also part of the problem, Hearth, because that's what I'm stuck doing right now, is I'm on a repeat. And this is what reminded me of my situation back in 2021. I was on repeat over and over again. I was go to work, come home, then I'll watch my Twitch streamers or YouTube content creators, make dinner, and then chat with online friends at night, and that was it. That was the same thing day in, day out in 2021. Now I've sprinkled in some exercise, and I'm exercising 30 minutes a day. So that's good, and I'm already seeing results because of it. But that's also a problem. It's just I don't have a lot of creative hobbies. The only ones I really have are just being on here, chatting with friends, playing video games. But we barely see anymore. Like, as Cisco said, that's the thing. I'm not online anymore. It's usually nowadays, to give you a brief breakdown of what I do after work, it's come home, relax for about 30 minutes, then I exercise for 30 minutes, and then I finish exercising, I'll make dinner, eat dinner, clean up, and then at from maybe 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., so around 2 hours each night, I just do what I want. And that's the problem right there. Normally, it's just video games, and it's just chatting with friends. However, I need something new. I want to do something new, and maybe that will help me have a goal in life. Because, I mean, here's the thing. I've made doodles before using my drawing tablet. Hold on. Let me get it. I make only about 1 or 2 drawings a year, and it's on this little pad. It's a Wacom Intuos? Yeah, W-A-C-O-M, Intuos, spelled I-N-T-U-O-S. I hope I'm saying that right. But just this little thing. And I have made, 2 art posts a year. Usually just because it takes a lot of time for me to make a piece that I like. I do draw a little bit every now and then. So I took this up, and this was nice. Hold on, just let me put it back. But other than that, it's just like, what else do I do? You have the same tablet? Hey, nice. Yeah, Sonic Expo Dallas is something new. Yeah, I agree. I could just start drawing something else out of the blue, out of the ordinary, something that I don't do. Because what I usually do is either Sylvain's art, or I draw something nature-related. And you know what? Now that I think about it, now that I mentioned something nature-related, I always went on walks to clear my head and just stare at nature. But now I don't go on walks anymore. I actually like run and lift some weights that I have here. So maybe if I just like go for a walk every now and then, that'll help clear my head. But I mean, like, I need an actual hobby afterwards. Could find something new. And maybe that'll help in the future. Cosplaying can turn into something. Yeah, it could be. Here, you know what? I'll show this off. So, for those of you who've been keeping up, I'm going to Sonic Expo in Dallas. Hold on, I'll also get this in the back. You can probably see it in the back right here where my thumb is. So let me go get it. For those of you who've been keeping up, my plan is to cosplay as Barry the Quokka at Sonic Expo Dallas. The Quokka from Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, your character. And of course, you could name it whatever you wanted to. It's just that the default name that they gave in the gameplay trailer was Barry. I should get into editing again because something I used to do, but my motivation sucks. I feel the same way. Just like, I need some motivation. That's also a thing I could need, is some motivation. Anyway, as you know, I've also made this. This kept me busy during my staycation, so maybe I could take up another hobby of making art, like spray painting and stuff. Let's see if it gets in focus. But I made Barry's dream gear from the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. If it can get in focus. There it is. That's better. Fell out of focus. But you get the idea. Yeah, so based on his design, I try to have like Barry's dream gear up at the top right here, but there's no room up at the top for me to put the stickers or anything. So I made this. I just moved it onto the bottom. So you have the little like star here, some stars there, you have a cloud down there. And then Cisco came up with the idea to have like the cartridge in the back. So hold on, it's better if I do it like this. There we go. So normally I just had it like this. I covered up all the important stickers and like buttons and whatnot before I spray painted. And it looked like this. But then there was no game cartridge in the back. And then Cisco said, hey, why don't you get a game cartridge? And so what I did is I bought an old Game Gear cartridge and then stuck the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, like the title thing, the title card. You guys see it. I know it's not focusing. Stuff like that. Could I commission you to make a Sylvain's Xbox controller for when I play Project 06? Honestly, here's the thing. I have purple, here's the thing. I have purple spray paint. I could get some cyan colored one and take apart an Xbox controller. And because I've done it before. Like, this isn't the first time I spray painted stuff. This is the first time I spray painted like a Game Gear and stuff like that, but it's not the first time I've been doing it. So maybe, Hearth. Like, honestly, just if you honestly want to, my DMs on Twitter are open. So if you want to contact it, let me start at the beginning. If you want to contact me, I'm open to it. No guarantees though, just because I want to get sorted first. I want to go to Sonic Expo in Dallas. That's kind of what I'm focusing right now. And plus, I'm going back, as I mentioned, I'm taking my class again. That will be in end of August. End of August is when I start again. But things could change in the future where I could be open to it. So keep in touch with me if you want to do it, and then I'll try to find some motivation to do it. Because honestly, I'm in need of a new hobby. So honestly, and here's the thing, Xbox controller, that shouldn't take that long. Just like the downside, the one thing I've learned with this is that it takes a lot of time during the day, because it's not like you can just like spray paint for 15 minutes and then let it sit for 24 hours. Because after 24 hours, the primer like fails to adhere to the spray paint that you're gonna paint on top of it. So like you gotta be patient between coats, but also you gotta be on top of it. So like primer, let it sit, another layer of primer, let it sit, and then an optional third coat of primer, let it sit, and then spray paint 3 coats, but you have to let it sit about an hour between coats. It's not too difficult to spray paint. It's very easy to get started on it. I would say that. It's just that you need some open space, and like you need some like ventilation. What I'm trying to say, open space, ventilation, and just patience. That's what you need. Me who skips primer and regrets it later. Another thing I learned is that I had to like take some sandpaper and like rough up all the plastic here. So all the plastic that you see here, I had to take sandpaper and go around all the edges so that way the primer could bite into it, if that makes sense. But Wolf, if you're still here, I am open to it. We'll talk later. Message me if you're still interested. Looking forward to it. But another thing is that while I'm also down in Sonic Expo Dallas, I'm going to be handing out these little guys. If I can orient it right. There we go. Come on, focus, please. Alright, I'm just going to go to the camera app and just focus it manually. Because it refuses to do so. Turn off autofocus. There we go. Now you guys can see him. Look at him. Look at the boy. Yeah, I love him. I'll be handing out these stickers while I'm down there. So anytime I meet someone, I'm just going to be like, hey, nice talking to you. And I'm just going to hand them out. And any extras that I have, if I have any extras and some friends want some, I'll hand them out. I'm not making any money off of this. This is strictly just for handing out and just to get to know people and just to have some fun. So I will not be making any money off of this, but if you want one after Sonic Expo Dallas, then I will certainly, we can find something. So I'll probably put a message out on Twitter and Blue Sky saying, hey, I have some extras. I'm just going to give them out, whatever. But yeah. There we go. Waiter holding a chili dog. Yeah, it's Barry. Let me DM you something I have. I have a salvage fridge. Oh, okay. Hold on. I have everything muted on Discord because... Bro. No way. Let's go. A Sylvain's fridge. Oh, okay. Auto correct. Okay. I was wondering when you meant salvage fridge. I'm like, what do you mean by that? Sylvain's fridge. Oh, okay. That's what he meant by it. And here's the thing. Here's another thing I like to do. I have a lot of stickers and stuff. I don't. Here's the thing. I don't like putting stickers on, like, say, my laptop or my phone because I know it's gonna degrade over time. I know it sounds like counterintuitive, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't want these stickers like to lose sentimental value. Like, because if I put it on my phone or whatever, in a year it's probably gonna fall off, and I'm like, no, I like that sticker. So, what I do is I keep them in here now. I keep lots of stickers. Hold on, let me find a good one. There. There you go. Stickers in there, some little... There we go, move my finger out of the way. Stickers in there, some doodles in there that I've collected over several years. Got more here, more there. Yeah, I got a lot. I just keep them all in a little sticker collection book. It's supposed to be for cards, like I don't know, Pokemon cards or anything like that. But I found it has other purposes or usefulness. But I can't commit to where. Same. I can't commit. QT Town. Sorry, my voice slipped. Yeah, sorry, water. I can't commit to putting stickers on my phone and whatnot. Hold on, Hearth. I got you. Yeah, you. Oh, okay. I see Hearth. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. I love this one so much. I love him. I love him so much. Yes, Hearth. This is from Megu. You probably know them. Yeah, look at them. I love it. Here, I got some more. I'll show a little bit more. Hold on. Oh, here we go. This is like just a Sylvain's book at this point. That's literally all it is. Hold on, let me turn it around. Here, I'll show one page at a time. Here's the first page. You have all these. And then you have these here. Yeah, look at all of them. Yeah, this is I think this is okay, yeah, so majority of stuff was actually no, I do have it separated by page. Yes, so this page was all done by Megu, Megu, and then this page was all done. It was actually a collaboration between Megu and Miju, Mijiu, who's also on Twitter and Blue Sky and all that stuff. This is their work over here. But here, hold on. Do I have... this is where I should have got my phone because, you know what? Alright, I'm going to take my camera on a trip. Hold on. Chat, you're coming with me. Where is it? No, there's not enough cable! Ah! Never mind. I wanted to show... maybe I can... let's see. This shelf right here. Hold on, let me move my arm. It'll be a bit awkward. But this shelf right here. This entire shelf. All right here. And this stuff right here. That right there is basically a Sylvain shrine. It's basically all silver and blade stuff that I collected over the years. So, I was going to show you because I wanted to get my camera and just, like, pan it over there, but I don't have any freaking... There's no more cable in the back. So, that's as far as I can pull it out. So, hold on. I'll get some of the stuff. One moment. Also, yes, Rose. There is a Rouge Funko Pop right there. Right there where my thumb is. Yep. I got that when I originally got... They were having a pre-sale order for, like, the Blaze Funko Pop as well. But then I got the notification saying they were sold out. And I'm like, what? No. And then I just went to the Funko website and they said, oh, yeah, we have some. I'm like, oh, fantastic. Perfect. And so I got them. But anyway, I've collected a bunch of stuff. So here's one right here by Miju. If I can... There. Now it's in focus. There we go. And now it's out of focus. I'll get the camera in focus again. Open it up. Move it over. Change the focus. There we go. So you have that one. You have these here. Then you have the small one. This is for Tanabata, which actually just happened recently. Here's a small version. Got these two here. Then you have these here. This is actually a double-sided one. And then you flip it around and they have different expressions. So that you have that there. And then you have this one. This is like King and Queen. Is it the same on the other side? It is, yeah. Same thing on the other side. But yeah. Get the camera back in focus. There we go. Boop. Yeah, that's just some of the stuff I've collected over the years. These were by Miju. These two were by Megu. And then this one was by Gabsam. That one right there. So... yeah. Alright. I've said it before. I'll just go on a little small rant on why I like them. The reason why I like these two is because they have... Honestly, this could be a whole recognition on, like, what's wrong with me. Because, they have... These two, Silver and Blaze, they have their goal set in mind. Like, Blaze just wants a peaceful time as a ruler, as the princess of her dimension, but she can't find peace. She's always stressed. And in Silver, he just wants to have his future too. He wants to set a good future as well. But the problem is, they're both, like, falling short of their goals. And that's why I guess I like them. It's because I'm cheering them on. I want them to have their own dreams realized. And maybe that's kind of... And it's kind of like the same thing with me. Like, I'm falling short of my stuff. Well, not necessarily falling short. It's just that I don't have my goals realized yet. And I kind of want that. But anyway, that was just a little rant. I guess my next step would be to find some new hobbies. Because I did take up running. That's a new hobby, I guess, if you call running a hobby. I started that like 6 weeks ago, but there's also the opportunity for other stuff as well. Yeah. Honest to goodness, it's just trying to find a purpose right now. I need to find what motivates me to start a new hobby. What is motivating me to continue with the job I have? Obviously, it's getting certified. That's one of them. But what am I going to do after that? Bossy, I can't slack off anymore. Gotta pop off. Okay, see ya, Hearth. Hold on, wait. They say bye, too. They're saying bye. I love this one so much. But anyway, Hearth, thank you so much for tuning in. I love all your work. For anyone here, hold on. Let me get there. Yes, them. If you like Sylvain's stuff as much as I do, then be sure to follow Hearth. This is their Twitter right there. So there you go. If you want to follow them, go right ahead. Thank you so much, Hearth. Have a great evening, day, afternoon, wherever you are. I'll see you around. But yeah, that's what I need to do. I just need to find motivation for what I do after I get certified, after I come home from work. I need to find some motivation. And I think that's what the problem is right now. I need to find maybe a new hobby can help. Because as I mentioned, as Cisco mentioned earlier, I'm not really online anymore. I'm slowly falling back into this rut where everything I find is boring. So I need something new. I need something fresh. And I gotta find something that I like. Problem is, I'm an introvert. I don't like going outside that much, so... I love going on walks, don't get me wrong. I love going on walks. That helps clear my head. But I'll think of something. I mean, there's always this thing. I did this like maybe 3 weeks ago. There's a cat cafe in town. I mean, I'll visit them from time to time. Yeah. I mean, I have my drawing tablet. I can always pick that up and start something new. Like, don't just draw characters. I can draw something else entirely new. Just something completely random. Just a random topic. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's what I wanted to get off in my mind. Again, just a final point here for anyone watching. This is not an oh woe is me stream. This is not a drama stream or anything like that. It's just me venting, putting my thoughts down on paper, essentially. You know what also reminds me? You know how when you were in high school or college and you were editing your essay, if you just verbally in your if you just read the essay in your mind, you couldn't figure out the errors. But once you started to verbally read out the essay and then you saw that there was an error, you can immediately hear it. If you for example, if you made a typo or you put an extra word in there, the moment you start to say it and then hear it, you're like, oh wait, that's a mistake, I gotta go fix it. And so that's kind of what this purpose was, just putting my thoughts out there. That way I can write them down, save them for later. Find something, man, don't worry. I'm just kind of figuring out what my purpose is. To keep your head up, you'll find it. Thank you more. But yeah, I mean, I guess now you're trying to figure out your purpose as well, so I hope you find it as well, man. Yeah, I just got to figure out what I'm doing. I mean, here's the thing. I love my job, and my job gives me purpose. I'm glad I have this job instead of my previous job. My previous job, I didn't have a purpose other than to make money, and that was a bad purpose. To me, now, let me go back to the beginning. Now that I have this job, my purpose is to help patients, because I mentioned I work in a hospital. And I love that job. I absolutely love that job. I feel like I'm making a difference. I may not get the recognition because patients don't interact with us. But at least I have some satisfaction in knowing that I'm making a difference with the job I have. But speaking of, we're gonna get to some golf with your friends in 5 minutes. I'll pull it up. We'll do that for maybe half an hour, and then we'll call it a night. Because I did mention I did want to play a little bit. But the one thing that motivated me, it was about maybe only 6 months into my job. And that's when you're slowly starting to realize that, there's going to be the same mistakes over and over again. It's going to be a repetitive process. I'm sorry, my alarm went off. It's going to be that repetitive process over and over again at work. It's the same stuff, it's a different day at work. Because yes, I'm doing the same thing over and over again at work, but I'm having different patients, and because I have different patients, I'm solving a different puzzle. And honestly, I may be doing the same tests, the same work every single day, but it's not the same method to find the solution to the problem because it's a different patient. And honestly, I like it. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that years ago, 2022, I'm slowly realizing how the job works and how it's going to be repetitive. But then I get a call from a patient, and the patient, and normally we don't get call from patients. The only time we get call from patients is when they want to know test results, but we can't give test results over the phone. It's a violation of the Health Insurance Privacy Protection Act. It's HIIPA. Is it? No, HIP. Health Insurance. Yeah, here it is. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. Anyway, like all you need to know is that I can't give stuff over the phone. It's a violation of that. We have to keep this stuff private for patients. And I thought this guy was gonna call and ask about test results, but no, he just said, "I really appreciate all that you're doing," because without going too in depth, he went to a different network, and his test results, they took about maybe like 3 days to get resulted. But then he switched to our health network, and then he had those same exact tests, done within a day. And then he was like so happy because he didn't have to wait. When you're waiting for test results or a call from the doctor, you're stressed, you're anxious, you don't know what your diagnosis is. And I totally understand that. But then he said, I no longer have to wait 3 days to figure out like my diagnosis or if I'm healthy or not, because my test results come back within a day. And then as I'm in the middle of this, my coworker hears the conversation we're having. And don't worry, just go 5 minutes. I'm going through the story. My coworker hears the story that I'm having with the patient over the phone, and then they say, hey, put it on speaker. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And so I put it on speaker, and then everyone in the lab is gathering around the phone because we don't get calls from patients like this often. We don't get a lot of recognition. And so when I got that call, people were just like, yo, put it on speaker, I love hearing this. And we were all so appreciative for his call. The lab phone party, exactly. And that gave me motivation. I was smiling that day. That made my day, that made my week. Just hearing them saying, like, I thank you guys so much for getting my test results back within a day when it previously took 3 days. I'm just like, oh my gosh, my heart. Like, honestly, there's one person in the back, they were crying. They were like in the back overhearing everything. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, we don't get calls like that. And if I just meet someone on the street and they say, like, oh, what do you do? I'm gonna say, oh, I'm a medical technologist. And if they realize what that is, all I want from them, the biggest thing in my life that I want right now, is just for someone to shake my hand and say, thank you for the work that you do. I don't need a lot of money. I don't need to be rich. I don't need to be famous. I would like some recognition from the work that I do. And I know everyone here feels the same way. If you do awesome work, you want to feel good about it. And so whenever you see someone and they say, no, thank you for your work, I feel it. I'm just like, yes, like, good job. Like, keep doing the work that you're doing. And so that's why whenever I see something that I really appreciate, I'm going to go to them and say, yo, that's awesome. Thank you for doing that. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you this. Thank you for that. So that's another motivation tip, I guess. Making someone happy, especially when they need a happiness. Absolutely. Because we don't get that often. We get a patient call just asking about test results. But we got that call. He said, yo, I just want to say thank you for getting my stuff done. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, he actually went out of his day, out of his time to call us and say thank you. I'm like, I love that man. I will never see that man again. I will never hear his voice again in my life. I guarantee it. But I will always remember it. I love that man. Thank you. Okay. All right. It's been an hour 5 minutes, roughly, give or take. So yeah, let's get some golf with your friends setup. Why not? Let's get it set up. Let's get some different music as well. I will never see that man again unless he's shot. Hell no, Lucky Dots. Get that out of here. What are you talking about? Get that out of here. Let's get some different music, some calming music. I had this one in mind. It's kind of like the same thing. Just don't want to make sure it's too high. I'm just gonna keep it barely in the yellow, barely, but I want to keep it in green. Yeah, this is fine. We'll put this on loop for a little bit. And you got, yep, you should be able to still hear my sound effects there. So let's switch it to this one. There we go. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm looking at chat and just want to make sure nothing is cut off. And yeah, it's just touching the border there. So, where is it? Chat overlay. There it is. Hold on, was that? Actually, yeah. I think that's fine. I don't think anything is being cut off there. Hold on. Oh wait, something is being cut off. Chat overlay. Undo that move. Yeah, that's... yeah. Actually, I'll just move it back. Chat overlay, move it over. Yeah, that's fine. I'll tinker with that later. It's only... it's a tiny portion getting cut off. So it's... yeah, let's not worry about that. There we go. Keep this music as we go online. We are gonna host it. Password, just put, there you go. Confirm max players. There we go. That way I don't get random, like, people just searching for a random game. I just want to make sure you guys in chat get to join. So let me put the thing in here for golf. And then we pin that. There we go. Also, for anyone listening right now, this is just copyright-free music from the YouTube audio library. It's actually Kevin McLeod. If you guys know that name, he has made a lot. He was the music guy for a lot of OG YouTube content creators. But yeah, Kevin McLeod actually made this as well. So shout out to him. Love that dude. Get golf up again. Okay. Okay, Lucky, Silence, Cisco. Hold on, let me set the course. Let's go Peaceful Pines. Mode, we're gonna... collision is on. And then we are gonna change... we're gonna put jumping on as well. Jumping enabled. Apply. Is there anyone in chat right now that would like to join? If so, let me know. And if you're having difficulties, I will invite you. I'll give it another 60 seconds, but again, anyone in chat right now just let me know. We'll get started in about 60 seconds. Alrighty. It is hot today. Having another heat wave. It got up to like 95 today. It's supposed to be like 97 tomorrow and then 95 on Wednesday and then back down to 80 on Thursday. Okay. I see you, Cisco. Hold on. Alright. We'll start it up. But yeah. Yeah, it just got hot today. And it's going to be hot the next 2 days. Putting alive in this heat, yeah. It's a heat wave. Alright, we'll start. Peaceful Pines. It is one of the DLC courses. I'm glad I got this, because I actually like those little ridges. It's not just an entirely flat course. They have those little ridges that add a little bit of difficulty to the game. And I like it. I really like it. And honestly, this music is fitting. Hold on. Audio. Okay, I do have that off. Yeah, because I just want this audio in the back. And boop. Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. How, Lucky Dots? I just... I played the slope. I just played to the slope. And this I like this guitar, whatever song this is. It's just, it fits this course perfectly. Ah, I missed. Gosh dang it. Oh my gosh, Lucky Dots. How? There you go, Silent. Very nice. I think that this will probably be the only course that we do, because I want to wrap things up at 8:30. Ah, dang it, I missed. Damn it, I hit it way too hard. Oh, that's too soft. Bank it off. Oh my gosh, come on. Alright, I got it now. There we go. And I'll be available after this stream as well, so I'll still be online, because actually I don't have work at 6 a.m. tomorrow, funny enough, because we have a lot of people taking PTO, and we have another person on maternity leave because they just had a kid, so like, yay! I'm glad they had a kid, but of course that means there's some vacant spots for me to fill, so I actually have the evening shift tomorrow, so I'll be on tonight, vibing and speaking up and hanging out with you guys. Ah, come on. That was too fast. There we go. Love me the heat. Oh, Silent. I'm the opposite. I took one of those, my workplace offered one of those, like, DNA tests that also tell you, it doesn't just give you the DNA history on where you're from, but also gives you, like, the traits on what you have for your body. And I forget what the trait was called, but essentially they said, oh yeah, because of this trait, you're more adaptable to colder climates. And I'm like, yeah, that is absolutely true, because I hate the heat. I love the cold and hate the heat. And I'm like, yeah, that pans out. Also, Cisco, how did you do that? Look at him. He's just perched on top of that hill there. How the hell? What? Look at him. How did he do that? Look at him. How did he do that? That's awesome. It's actually not so bad here in Texas. Normally it's extremely hot this time of year. How hot is it in Texas right now, Mordecai? Because it's 95 where I'm at. A typical summer day here is around 85 degrees Fahrenheit. This heat wave is about 95 degrees. That is typical. How hot is it down in Texas right now? I wanted to get into that alligator. Like, I haven't gotten that yet. Because I know the alligator, if you get into the alligator's mouth, he'll shoot you into the hole right here. Love me the heat, yep. 6 down, 12 to go. And I'm in oh damn, I'm in last. I'm falling behind. Alright, but this is where we... Damn, Cisco. He saved it. Don't worry, he saved it. See if I can get it. Oh, come on. Go into Vector's mouth to win. Exactly. Got it. Oh, that wasn't a hole-in-one? Oh, come on. I got into that whole freaking window and still wasn't enough. I got a, what is it, 3? I got a bogey? Yeah. Damn, I'm falling behind. Shit. 93 degrees, but it feels like the 80s? That's actually a good thing. Okay, Cisco. Bro, I see that hole-in-one. I'm gonna do it the correct way and hit into the chest. Never mind, I bounced it out of the chest. Lucky dots, what the heck? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, it's chalked. Unless I can somehow save it on the back 9. This, I know you can like go over here. But the freaking hill bounces you out of it. You have to hit it, like, really perfectly in order to get that hole-in-one. And of course, I hit the rock. So what about here? Nope, and back into the water. Oh, don't tell me I'm stuck here. Okay, good. You know what? Fine. I'm just gonna take the long way. Save it. Get back in. There we go. Saved it. Oh, man. 6 strokes. Oh geez, Lucky and Silent, they got in 3. Ah, this one. Okay, what was that? I just got yeeted up into the air. I don't know what I hit, but I hit something. Alright, there we go, got it. Damn. Luck is not on my side today. It was on my side for the first hole, and I used up all of it. Alright, this one I know how to do. It's the power I have to get right. Oh, I got it. Hell yeah. There we go. Save it, Cisco. Save it. Oh, no. Don't save it. Don't save it. No, you're back down there. What do you do there? That is... Oh, okay. Hold on. Hold on. Let him cook. Let him cook. Oh, never mind. He's stuck in the long grass. Damn it. Let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook, chat. Come on. Come on. Go down the hill. How are you not going down the hill? I feel like there's supposed to be a hill there. Okay, he got it. Just barely. Down by 11 with, what is that, 6 to go? 7 to go? Alright, I'm gonna try it. Yeah, I got it. Into the snake. Oh, but it's not, oh, okay. You know what, that's fine. It's not the hole-in-one snake, but that is A-okay. Oh, there you go, Cisco. You have that snake. You can... Or you can do that. Oh, silent. Oh, no. There you go. Damn, Lucky Dots, alright, shit, damn. Ah, this one, okay, hold on. I got it. I know the power, I think. Damn it, that was too much. I almost had it. I'll take a 3, though. There you go. Oh, this one, okay. See, there's a whole freaking, like, slope to use. Yeah, where Cisco's going right there, but I don't feel like that's the ideal slope. Well, never mind. You guys proved me wrong, because you guys got it. So, screw it. Oh, no, don't put me back. No, it put me back into the water. God dang it. Alright. I didn't realize there was another little ridge right there. Damn it. This is nice. I like this little area. Honestly, I would love to live here. You kidding me? I love living out in the woods, especially with a place like this. Subnautica course when? Seriously, that would be cool. There is a course called the Depth, but it's not like Subnautica or anything like that. Alrighty. This one, I don't play around with the bridge. I just go this way. Oh, please. Okay, good. Woo! I thought I missed it. Yeah, I don't play around with the bridge there. I don't know what they had in mind with the bridge like that, but I just go around. Damn, Lucky Dot's still in the lead. Okay, it's all the way over there. No, I messed up. I'm in the water. I didn't hit it hard enough. And that time I bounced too high. Oh my gosh, I'm in the water again. Come on. Get me out of here. No, it's too late. That was just bad luck there. Alright, now I'm fine. I know that one. Oh no, Lucky Dots. They're stuck behind some wood. They have Cisco has a chance if Lucky Dots. Okay, Lucky Dots is gonna get a 4 on this hole? Yeah. Wow. Wow, says Lucky Dots. Alright, yeah, 1 hole to go. 5-stroke lead over Cisco. It's possible, but hold on, what can Cisco do here? They got the same thing. I'll take it. Hole in one on the last hole. Go figure. Oh no, Cisco right on the edge. No. Someone help him in. Someone help him in. Come on. Oh, Silent. That was rude. That was rude, Silent. Oh, man. Silent's trying to make Lucky work for it. Oh, man. There we go. GG. I somehow shot in the par. That's insane. Okay. Alrighty. That was fun. That was fun. GG to Lucky Dots. 43 and 48 for Cisco. 51 for me, 63 for Silent. But yeah, it's 8:30 essentially. Ooh, I got the Brange Trail. Ooh, very nice. But that is it. That's gonna be it for me tonight. I'll still be on afterwards because again, I don't have work tomorrow morning. I have it in the afternoon, so I'll be on a little bit afterwards. But yeah, this is nice. I just needed to say some things, get my mind straight, and yeah, have a little bit of golf every now and then. That's nice. But for now, I guess first things, I mean, I work career-wise. Yeah, career goals, I have that sort of set out for the next year and a half at least. And then guess I should find a new hobby or some sort. Because I am stuck in, I feel it's like I'm stuck in this rut again. Or at least I'm going to be, especially with classes coming up, because classes ain't gonna help. Because I'll be on that grind, work and then schoolwork and then go to sleep, work, schoolwork, sleep. So yeah, I gotta find something new and prepare for all that stuff. But this was nice, just get some thoughts down, and chatting about everything. So thank you guys, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for everyone who showed up and talked about stuff. I sincerely appreciate that. I don't have anything planned next week, which is the 3rd. The 10th, I think I am... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. One of these weekends I'm booked. Not with work, but something other than that. I just want to see... Okay. Okay, so the weekend of August 9th and 10th, that is a no-go. I will not be available either of those days. I'll be busy with family. That's family stuff. And then maybe the 17th of August, I should be fine. Maybe. Because I do have something on the 16th afterwards. I'm sorry, on the 16th. I'm not sure if that will affect anything on the 17th, but we'll find out. For next week, August 3rd, which is, yeah, this coming Sunday, next Sunday, however you want to word it. I don't have anything scheduled. No work that day. Right? Please tell me no work that day. Let me make sure. Yeah, no work that day. So I should be back for another stream of Sonic Adventure. We'll finish up Sonic's story, and then we'll probably start Tails' story immediately afterwards. That's the plan right now. It's all tentative, though, so be sure to follow my social media, which is YouTube, obviously. I post community stuff there. I make community posts there, I should say. And also follow my Twitter and follow my Blue Sky, all of which is down in the description below. That way you guys can keep up with whatever I'm doing. And I also put out stream notifications there about whatever I'll be streaming next. F1, I will talk with you. Hold on, you're in a VC, right? Yeah, I'll talk with you in a VC, Cisco, about F1. But that's gonna do it for me right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it. I needed this. But for now, that's gonna be it for me. Stay cool during this heat wave. Drink a lot of water. All that stuff. And have a great week. Take care, everyone.